Social media family, peace, blessings, ancestors, love, dwelling in the light of Yah the Most High, shine down on and in the lives of all of the Creator's righteous children, resurrecting as gods on earth. Hey, I got a question for y'all religious people. The religious people that believe that when you die, you will go to heaven. When you die, you will go to heaven. So I'm asking y'all this question for those of you that believe that. When you die, you will go to heaven. What kind of death are you referring to? Are you referring to the death that, like, when your physical body goes into the ground, then your spirit will float off into the ether? Are you talking about that type of death? Or are you talking about a mental death? Especially if you are a bloodline descendant of the people that you believe in. And when I say the people that you believe in, I'm basically talking to people in the Abrahamic faith. You know, whether you follow Judaism, whether you follow Islam, you follow Christianity. I'm asking y'all the question, like, what type of death are y'all talking about? Are you talking about the physical death where your physical body goes into the ground or is cremated, and then, your breath of life, goes into the atmosphere and into the ether? Or are you talking about another type of death, which I'm talking about a mental death? And mental death meaning that if you are a descendant of these people from that territory, from that East African territory, you know that you have been scattered to the four corners of the earth. Your kingdom has been cut off. You have been cut off from being a nation on this planet. Heaven on earth, the kingdom that your ancestors once had on this planet, that kingdom is no more. The kingdom of God is gone. It's been crucified. It's gone. The gods on earth have been cut off from being a nation on this earth, and the gods, their descendants, have been scattered to the four corners of this earth, north, south, east, and west. So when you say that, or when you believe that when you die, you will go to heaven, are you sure you're not talking about a mental death? Because as gods scattered, to the four corners of the earth, and you are born into a foreign society, you are shaped by the mentalities in that foreign society. And the mentalities of that foreign society don't necessarily align with who you are or what your purpose is on this planet. So when you hear this saying, when you die, you will go to heaven, I'm asking, are you sure it's not referring to your mental death? That you have, when you mentally die, or when your mindset has disconnected from the society that you were born in and raised up in, the society that you were shaped by, when your mentality no longer aligns with those mentalities in the society that you were born and raised in, are you sure that that's not the death that's being referred to? And then, the whole concept of you going to heaven, is you going to heaven meaning that you have mentally died to the society that you were born and raised in, and now you are performing exodus? with other people that are connected to your bloodline, to this ancient East African bloodline. And you're returning back to that territory where your ancestors once had the kingdom of heaven. And then you rebuild heaven. Do you understand the question that I'm asking you? When you die, you will go to heaven. So let me ask you this, because I hear a lot of people saying that they are woke. I hear people talking about wokeism, and I'm like, these people, it's just these doggone, what I want to call these people. I like to refer to them as Judas Iscariots. You know, when I talk about a reset, now all of a sudden they talking about a reset, but the reset that they talking about ain't got nothing to do with what ancestors be talking to us about. Same thing with woke. They hear the word woke and they start talking about woke, but their understanding of woke ain't nothing about what ancestors is talking to us about, right? So I guess what I'm saying to you is just consider this. When you die mentally to the society that you was born and raised in, you realize that that society is not in alignment with who you are as a child of the universe and a child of the sun. When you realize that that society does not align with you, and you realize that that society is responsible for this planet falling out of Ma'at balance, when you come to that understanding, that is a death. And then when you come to that understanding, you are supposed to resurrect the correct kingdom on this planet, which is heaven. So when you die, you shall go to heaven. Or should I say, when you die, you shall go and build heaven. And when you research the word God, you see that the word God is not referring to an individual. God is a council of judges and magistrates. So it's not you going to heaven alone. You're going to heaven with your family to rebuild the kingdom of heaven. And when you rebuild heaven on earth, then the earth itself, the nations in the four corners of the earth, they themselves will have a particular resurrection after you have built heaven on earth. That's what Revelations is talking about. Revelation says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. A new heaven is the heaven that the gods that have resurrected is going to build or rebuild on this planet. And when that kingdom is rebuilt, all of the other nations in the north, south, east, and west, they will fall into alignment. Just consider that. Consider what it is that I'm telling you. And then I want you to think about all of the religious teachings that you have been taught. And then ask yourself, why is hell on earth? If the religious teachings that I've received are correct, if the kingdom of God is really in me, then why is it that hell is on earth if the kingdom of God is actually in me? All right, y'all. Peace, blessings, love, and light. Yah the Most High, shine down on and in the lives of all of the creators, righteous children, resurrecting as gods on earth. Ancestors' protection be around y'all. Live righteous.